Hello and welcome to Healthy Husbands Podcast, a podcast dedicated to men who have lost their way, ruining countless relationships with spouse and girlfriends. Hopkins Fitness gives you great information to get your life back on track. Please save this podcast and visit hopkinsfitness.com. Check out our YouTube channel at Jason Hopkins, aka Healthy Husband Coach, to get your health, relationship, and life back. Don't forget to sign up for his free ebook, It's Time to Get Back Your Life. The day of being unhealthy and miserable is over, men. Here's your host, Jason Hopkins.
Hello and welcome. It's Hopkins Fitness. As the description told you, I just want to come. We're about 2 or 3 days away from Arnold Fitness, and it's actually in my backyard. So I can't be any happier. And I wish I could spend $1,000 for the VIP pass for every single day and every single event. But I just can't. There's other things going on. It's my birthday weekend as well. So, you're being pulled in different directions. And you also have to get some gym time in there. And even though that's in the backyard, I just want to be quick with this little podcast. This is our episode coming up. And I just want to say here, it's called A Lesson from Mad Hatter, from Mad Hatter and Alice in the Wonderland. One of the first steps to accomplishing great things in your life is to cease dwelling on the negative things in your past. Carefully assess your present strengths, success, and achievements. Dwell on the positive events in your life and quit limiting your potential by constantly thinking about what you've done poorly. And this is a thing that I've noticed with a lot of people and a lot of clients and a lot of businesses out there, that they just only focus on what they've done wrong because that feels that they can overcompensate and fix that and go towards the positive. And I've learned for some mentors and some stuff that I've been doing, quit fucking with it. Move on. Literally, just move on. I don't have all day to worry about how I messed up in the past. I have to make things better for the future. So we have to get going. So what, you indulge yourself in the fast food 4 days of the week. You've cheated your meals when your wife didn't know about it. Just, who cares? Now is the time to make it work. So quit limiting yourself in your thinking about the past. Anyway, Alice and the Mad Hatter had a little discussion, and here's how the conversation went. Alice: where I come from, people study what they are not good at in order to be able to do what they are good at. Mad Hatter: we only go around circles in Wonderland, but we always end up where we started. Would you mind explaining yourself? Alice: well, grown-ups tell us to find out what we did wrong and never do it again. Think about that. How many times have you told your kid non-stop, don't do it again, don't do it again? Eventually that plays into their psychological, and they deal with that for the rest of their life. And I'm not saying that. I mean, my dad was a Marine, so it was a really rough upbringing. You have to really rechange your thinking. And Mad Hatter says, that's odd. It seems to me in order to find out about something, you have to study it. And when you study it, you should become better at it. When you want to become better at something and never do it again, but please continue. Alice: nobody ever tells us to study the right things we do. We are only supposed to learn from the wrong things. But we are permitted to study the right things other people do, and sometimes we're even told to copy them. Mad Hatter: that's cheating. Alice: you're quite right, Mr. Hatter. I do live in a topsy-turvy world. It seems like I have to do something wrong first in order to learn what not to do. And then, by not doing what I'm supposed to do, perhaps I'll be right. But I'd rather be right the first time. Wouldn't you? And this is a small, quick lesson, but why would you rather find out what's wrong first? It's okay to look in your past, and it's okay to reminisce about that, and it's okay to, beat yourself up a little bit. about what you have done to come to this point. And I'm not saying you don't need to acknowledge it. That's my past has nonstop given me motivation for the future. And that becomes with eating, that becomes with businesses, that becomes with everything that has gone on wrong in my past. But I don't dwell on it nonstop. I'm getting ready to hit 36 coming up in 3 days. And I had one day, and there's nothing wrong. I always say, take one day. Take one day, and you can beat yourself up all you want. But after you wake up, you gotta hit it, and you gotta keep going. And that's all I'm saying is take one day. Yeah, go back. Look at your failures. It happens. It's life. You're at a dead-end job. You don't like what you're doing. You're not happy doing what you're doing. You don't even want to go in. You're sick before you even get there. And with the typical people that have the Monday through Friday, thank God it's Friday. That should not be a thing. It should be thank God it's every day. I'm doing what I enjoy and what I love. And you have to dig deep. And as fathers and husbands, there's so much going on that your mind hasn't even encompassed about how you're too worried about being chubby, overweight, you've ate too much, and being fat, and with the family and the kids and everything that's going on. It's so much around you that you haven't taken a step back to say, I'm going to start changing this, and I will change this for the future. And that's all I'm asking. I'm looking for those clients and those people that want to make that change for themselves and make a difference for their family. Not me, I could care less. I'm going to do what I'm doing no matter what. So other than you wasting my time, because that's what I don't want, that's the only thing out of my pocket, man. You really need to take a view of your life and see where you want to change. And I have some people too that are wanting to bulk and add on some muscle and everything else, and they just can't get it going. Well, in their eyes, they're not the way they want to see or be. That's just the way their metabolism is. That's just the way God created them. And so we have to find ways to help and pick them up as well. So I encourage you to, dive deep, analyze yourself, and if you have to take a day of loss to where you beat yourself up, so do it. Beat yourself up. But when you wake up in the morning, you better start to kick your ass. Not just beat your ass. You need to kick your ass in gear and go for the glory of what is your new life. Anyway, Hopkins Fitness, email me if you have any questions. Thank you.